Before we start off the video, even though this is technically the end, and behind this page I have lovely sketches from today's video, I just wanted to make a quick note that there are no spoilers for the movie. I use this book throughout the video, and it contains information from seasons 1 and 2, but no information about the movie, and no information from the manga past the second season. So if you're an anime only watcher and you've only watched season 1 and 2, then you are good. If you've watched the movie too, nothing about the movie will be said. Nothing about the manga past season 2 will be said. If you haven't watched season 1 and 2, then here's your warning here. Even though I personally, as much as I can remember, don't talk about anything that happens in the show, until the end, until the end. This book, does have some spoilers in it, so even if I'm not saying anything, something might appear on the screen, and I just don't want anyone to be upset at me. So there's your warning right here. Into the video. Hello, we're back with some exciting upgrades. New background, new nails, and I'm sick. But I'm really inspired right now. I just watched a AMV video, an anime music video, for spyxfamily using the song from Despicable Me 4, which I love that the fandom has just claimed as their own. And now you get to deal with sick me. Have fun with that. But I want to draw some fan art for spyxfamily, and I'm really excited about it. And I don't know how much time I have because my boyfriend is supposed to be coming over and we're supposed to, do stuff. But I was like, you know what, drawing time. I don't have any of the manga, but I do have the spyxfamily Eyes Only official guide, so I figured I would mostly use this as a reference. Yeah, I'd mostly use this as a reference in terms of character design and stuff, but I also have my iPad propped up next to me in case I want to look up any photos, and if I do, I always have a link to the references I use in my description box, and then it'll take you to my Pinterest board page, and then you'll just have to click on my YouTube video section, YouTube video board, and then you'll scroll down to find the section you want. Yes, that's the way I wanted to phrase it. But I am excited to draw, and I have no idea what I want to draw. I just knew that I wanted to make some fan art. And luckily for me, this whole book is in English, so I actually know what they're saying. And I will try not to talk too much, because I know my voice right now is kind of jarring, even to just me, because yeah, I whenever I get sick, my voice starts sounding like a prepubescent boy. So, doing great. Right now, I'm kind of just flipping through the pages. I want to see what sparks joy. I love this one right now. This one looks nice. Oh my god, I love Anya. I love Anya so much. She's so cute. But I have no idea how I'm going to draw her because I can't draw children. Their proportions are out of my skill level right now. This is the book I'm using for reference. There's a link to it in the description below. Not affiliate like most of this, all of the stuff down there, but I thought I would just let you know that it's there in case you want to get it, because lots of cool stuff in there. And I need to figure out what I want to do. Do I want to just start by redrawing something? I haven't drawn this morning, so I feel like I should like warm up. I could draw this on you as my warm up. I might do that. So I don't think it'll be in frame, but that's the one I am drawing. And I don't know how I'm gonna keep it open. Does my eraser work? It does work. Okay, yippee. Okay, everything is actually still in frame, so you guys will actually be able to see it. Now, let's see if I can keep my head out of the frame, because this is the first time I'll actually be drawing while filming. Usually it's the bullet journal stuff, and that's already sketched. Oh, should I draw this in like my style, or should I draw it? I'm experimenting with my style, so maybe I don't really have a style. I'll just copy what I see for now and see where that goes. I'm sure my style will creep in. But hopefully you guys can see something, because I'm right-handed, so I might just be blocking it, but I've got very big eyes. There's one thing about it, it's drawing eyes symmetrically. At least when I'm not drawing in my style, because I've been experimenting with like a more of a shoujo manga. Not necessarily style, but like just practicing drawing them. And I always struggle with the eyes. But it's okay, I can always fix it if I decide to do something digitally, so I try not to stress too much when it comes to my sketchbook. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'll mark it as warm up because it's just not great. I think actually the proportions turned out pretty good. Usually it's the body proportions that I can't do correctly, but this head is just too big and it's not like round and squishy enough, I feel like. It's like too stretched out. Yeah, I didn't leave enough room. I feel like I should have used more guidelines instead of just free going. Yeah. Yeah, something about it doesn't read Anya to me, and I'm guessing it's either because she doesn't have her hair in the signature way she normally does, the face shape, or the eyes. But I feel like most people can capture Anya's likeness without changing their own art style, so I'm gonna try and do that. And so those are what her eyes kind of look like. I didn't explain it before I did it, so I'll explain it after. Those are her eyes based on this picture. And that was kind of just a study for myself. I don't know if I'll actually be able to replicate it, especially since this was much bigger than this, but I also have a habit of drawing very small, so maybe I just scale up my drawings and then I'll just be able to actually draw her with her actual canon eyes. But I don't know if that's what I want to do. I should have maybe planned this out a bit more, but I got really excited after watching that video, which I've linked a couple of them below before I, forget to say that. Just like different videos with the Double Life song by Pharrell Williams. No one asked me to put their videos in the description. I just thought I would because it seemed nice. And they were actually what inspired this, so I figured I should try and support other artists. Something I just noticed is actually there's more identifying data about Lloyd than there is about Yor. It's a bit interesting. I mean, obviously I know what she looks like because of the manga, or the anime, and because there's, colored pictures. But I think it's interesting that it wasn't listed. Her eyes. Does he have blue eyes? What? Okay, not to bring this back to this one, but I was like, oh, what color eyes does he have? And I was like, I'm pretty sure he has blue eyes, but I wanted to double check. And then right underneath it says underwear. Known identifying data. His underwear is black. I can't. This show. I love this show so much. know it doesn't have blush, but I'm going to give him blush anyway. Which, I mean, I kind of did with all of them. And I definitely drew his eyes much smaller, but that's okay. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know there were other artists, other manga artists who had stuff contributed. Oh, that one's cute. I could try redrawing that one over here. That could be fun. Because it's pretty simple in regards of things. All things considered, I guess. Maybe I try drawing it on my style so that doesn't happen again. But also it'd be nice and big so I could do her eyes. And something about looking at the colored illustrations really helps. Yeah, because most of the time her hair covers her, like, jaw area. And so it's just round. And I think that's what was throwing me off. Because her face is just super round. Somehow I think this is worse than what I drew before. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I promise I can draw. I just can't draw children, so why am I deciding to draw Anya? Okay, you know what, I can't. There you go. I know it's a thin one, so you can technically still see it, but... Yeah, maybe we just don't draw Anya. Like me trying to learn how to draw Anya. So I'm gonna set that aside. We'll bring out the iPad. And I already have spyxfamily up because I was looking at it. But what if I just do your spyxfamily your? Practice drawing her face. And then we'll go from there. And I think I'll just do it right here because this whole drawing turning out terribly. It's all going so wrong. Oh. I promise I can draw. I would say these eyes are more akin to what I normally draw. Like, this is more my style than anything. Which is okay. Jump scare. Okay, this time I'm gonna try redrawing this face, and I don't have the reference up. Kind of changed her up a bit. I used this reference more with her eyes, but then I also just simplified it a bit. And I think that maybe she looks weird because she doesn't have a nose, but that's because she has a little like dot nose, but yeah, that works. I don't know if it's the right size now, but let's see. Well, so much for my boyfriend coming over soon. I paused the recording because I don't want to risk losing the footage, and I think it was around 40 minutes, and the last we texted each other, he said he would be over soon. So definitely didn't need to worry as much as I did, but now that means I don't really have a stopping point. I love how this face turned out. I might bring this digital and like fix the stuff that was like not working for me, and then turn that into a piece. I think it's just so round and squishy, even if it doesn't really look like Anya, especially with the hair. I feel like it makes me happy compared to what was underneath, and honestly even compared to this attempt of Yor, like she's baby. So we went from not wanting to draw Anya, drawing the eyes, drawing Yor, because I was like, oh, I'll probably end up drawing Yor, and then boom, Anya. Let's see, what else do we have? I'm not feeling Lloyd, unfortunately. I don't really want to draw Lloyd right now. I think the key is just keeping it very, very round in the cover, since I do know it's in frame. In the cover, it looks more like an oval. But definitely how I drew it, she's definitely more like circle. But do I draw it on the sticky note again? I feel like I shouldn't. I'm gonna try drawing actually in the sketchbook. We can always cover it.